All right, I just want to do one more word here. I was reminded about this because of our lecture today in medical anthropology, just talking about a lot of different things. But what we were also talking about were the Nuremberg trials. And I wanted to talk about Holocaust because I remember talking about this to a student of mine back when I was teaching secondary because they were making a joke out of it. And I remember that we are going to talk about the etymology and understand how awful the word, you know, really envelops what happened. All right. And it's so interesting. I was reading about these cases where these bands of troops and such, after Germany had surrendered the war, we had these American troops and British troops and all of these companies and bands and the Band of Brothers, for instance. They're making their way through the countryside and the wilderness of Germany at the time. And I can't imagine students out there and all that good stuff. I can't imagine just being a young guy, a young, just a Marine. And then you come into this place where you have this, this enclosed, encamped area. You don't know what's going on. Nobody knew. It's not like we had cell phones where we could just be like, oh, yes, guess what? Germans been doing some pretty whack ass shit. No, we can't. We never did that. That's why we took so many pictures, is because when these guys came in to these camps, they found them and they were like, holy crap, what the hell is going on? Talk about a horror situation, a complete horror situation. Like, that is the basis of a horror movie. Not knowing and then just coming around and seeing all these amazing. And then you had the language barrier where you couldn't actually even interact with them because, well, maybe if you knew German or you had an interpreter, but it's crazy. It's insane. We treated them like animals. Processing, internment, concentration, death camps, the experiments that we put, they experimented on children. It's awful. And so what we really need to understand about Holocaust is that holos means a whole, and cost refers to caustic, and in this case, a burning. So in this case, a whole or an entire burning of a people. And this is why it goes in line with genocide. And I'm just being really heavy right now with it, but I think that we need to understand that I love humans and we're beautiful people, but we're also very capable of whack ass shit. Really whack stuff. What? Really whack. Yeah. All right, I'm done. Tempest Scary.